Hello! Welcome to another bookish video from me, Hana, me, my dog and books. So grab a wee cuppa, friends, as I talk to you today about my current reads and my January hopefuls. I appreciate I'm doing this kind of like almost in the middle of January, so I'll not touch on the ones I've read so far. You'll be seeing a bit of that in my weekend reading vlogs and then in my wrap up. But I thought I'll start with what I'm currently reading and then tell you a bit about the hopefuls I've got on the list. And if you haven't seen one of my reading vlogs, I have a box of all the books down here on my shelves that I haven't read, so I'm going to pick one from that. And I also have picked, because I've got, how many? Two bookshelves upstairs, which have got unread books on them. So I haven't put them in here, just so like it makes it easy to find what book I'm going to read from my shelves in 2025 challenge that I gave myself. So I've randomly selected 3 books from upstairs and I want you to pick one that I should read this month. And then I'll also do that kind of more on a regular basis. I think on my hopefuls for each month, I'll pick from my TBR box. I've got so many unread that it's actually in a box. That's shameful. And then I'll randomly select ones from upstairs shelves so that you can pick from those too. So let's get stuck in. I mean, I'm having today, I might need to top it up, rooibos tea. And it's been a bit of a grey, it was a mild day, so I managed to go out for a run, but it's been a bit of a grey, wet day. So I'm trying to bring, I think these are lemons, I'm trying to bring the sunshine with the, bit of my cake on my cup. You'll see that cake in my weekend reading vlog. Anyway, it's all gone now. So, current reads. How to Age Disgracefully by Clare Pooley. This is overdue at the library, so I need to read it. But quite a few of my friends, both on here and Instagram, have raved about this book. So I love books with a senior protagonist. This one is Daphne, who's basically turns 70 alone in her house, and she's just like, seriously? Oh, I think we have a visitor coming. Hiya, Lucy! She's joining us. But finding herself alone on her 70th birthday with only her plants to talk to and neighbours to stalk online, she decides she needs some friends, joining a senior citizens social club. She's horrified at the expectations that she'll spend her time enduring gentle crafting activities. Thankfully, the other members, including a failed actor addicted to shoplifting and a prolific yarn bomber, agree. After a tragic accident, the local council threatens to close the club, but they have underestimated the wrong group of pensioners. This just sounds like a great laugh. There's some nice blurb at the back which says, uplifting, clever and entertaining, warm, funny and moving. And who doesn't need that as we go fully into 2025? So I'm literally 48 pages in and I'm already loving the characters. The other book I'm reading, so I look around me going, where is the other book? Oh. It's The Book of X by Sarah Rose Etter. Now, Sarah Rose Etter wrote Ripe. She is an American author and this was her debut in America, which the indie publisher Verve Books have brought out. However, Verve Books brought out Ripe first in the UK, which I have a copy of, I haven't read. That'll be in here in this box, or I'll pick it up at some point. This book is pretty surreal. So you do follow Cassie. And she's a girl born with her stomach twisted in the shape of a knot, as was her mum and as was her grandmother. She lives with her parents on like a meat quarry. And she moves from that farm to a desk job in the city where she grapples with her body, men's society, and all while imagining a softer world than the one she is inside. This is surreal. It kind of feels a bit dystopian, but not in its truest sense. I would say it edges on horror from a kind of female body horror sort of feeling. I'm loving the descriptions. It's not for everyone, it's quite short, and I'm loving the way that it's written. So you're getting like, there's always this emboldened part and then kind of a few paragraphs in unbolded, where it's mostly Cassie's point of view, and then what happens is you're reading kind of a chapter, if I can get to this, is she'll have a vision, which is done in italics, which is almost her, here's what's really happening to her, here's kind of what she wishes was how things were happening to her. And then you get, if I show it on this one, and then after that you normally get kind of a bullet of facts. So I really like the format of it. The meat quarry gives me the book, but there is something to be said about meat and food and female body image and how she's been treated. And it is like, you are in a really surreal world, but there's something really captivating about it. It's really hard to describe, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm liking the writing. Now, the other one I want to read, well, I have just finished one on my Kindle, and I always like to have one on my Kindle. And if I go to my library, the one I just finished is The Woman Who Lied by Clare Douglas, which was an ARC that I got, but it's already out. Like, I was NetGalley really late on reading the ARC, but it's out, and it was actually pretty decent thriller. So I'm looking at a few that I might have on here, just because, see if you ever use NetGalley for e-ARCs or audio ARCs, I need to keep on top of the amount of requests, read and then review. So I think the next one I might read is, I'm just looking at my Kindle just now, is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney, which I think comes out at the end of this month. I've heard good things about this. Alice Feeney has written some of my favourite thrillers, like Daisy Darker, which I know some people maybe don't love, but I adored it. It's a perfect Halloween spooky season read. I have enjoyed Rock, Paper, Scissors, was not too bad. It's a good winter thriller, but not amazing. And then I don't think I've read His or Hers. Did not like Good Girl, Bad Girl, or Bad Girl, Good Girl. And that was because it was more, I wouldn't say it was a fast-paced psychological character-based thriller. It felt like more like a domestic drama than anything. So I kind of went in going, So Beautiful Ugly, no idea what it's about. So that's what I'm going to start probably tonight when it's dark in my bed and I'm reading my Kindle. So those are my current reads. And here is some of the books I want to read for the rest of January. I'm getting optimistic, aren't I, about what I'll achieve between now and the next couple of weeks. Is it just me or anyone else? But does January, February, and then suddenly you're in March just fly by, or is it just me? Anyway, this is one I want to read that because it comes out, when does it come out? February. So I want to read it before it comes out. It's Human Animal by Seth Insua. So you follow a family, well actually there's a couple of main characters. Tom is the son in the family, and this family are a dairy farm somewhere in England, I think, and they're fighting to keep their business alive, given, you know, they're worried about their future of their farm, and that the fact son Tom doesn't want to take that on. Tom's going to university, and as he returns from university, he is kind of more on the side of not dairy farming, and I think he's a vegan. Has he appeared as a vegan? Either way, he appears on the side of animal activists, and so when animal activists break into the dairy farm, he's kind of on their side, and so father and son are in this kind of really tricky battle with each other. about beliefs, family tradition, and obviously, like, as a dairy farmer, he thinks his son will take on his family business, and that's not the case. And so the family business looks like it's under threat, and it's more about George, the father of the family, and Tom, and their relationship as they change through time. It says here, a moving tale of belonging, family and land that brings country life into fierce reckoning with the modern world, which I really, really fancy. Now, apparently, because I went to a book event of which the author was at, and he talked a little bit about how his inspiration for this, albeit set in a different topic, it was about I don't know if it was before, whenever he came out to his family as gay, and they weren't hugely accepting of it, and has gone through quite a lot of issues with trying to build his relationship with his parents, who maybe weren't so accepting of him being gay at the time. So I think some of this story is kind of rooted in that. So this comes out, so it is an arc from Verve Books, one of my favourite indie publishers, I have to say. When does it come out? There's always a date. 20th of February. So I want to read that before it comes out so I can review it. And look, it's a little thing on it, says, "Hi there, I really hope you enjoy my debut novel, an uplifting story for troubled times. I'm here for uplifting stories during troubled times." Another I want to have a read is one that I picked up from the library because it's very seasonal. It's The Wood at Midwinter by Susanna Clarke, who wrote I've got it there because my friends let me it, Piranesi, which I haven't read yet. And I think this looks like it will be a very short read, but of the season, of the time. It says, 19-year-old Merodez Scott is an unusual girl. She can talk to animals and trees, and she is only ever happy when she's walking in the woods. And I'm not going to read you the rest of the blurb, but I'm liking those vibes. And then another, which my friend got me for my birthday, that I'm going to read, which I think both of these couldn't be more winter seasonal reads. I do love a seasonal read. This one is Winter Spirits, Ghostly Tales for Frosty Nights. I don't know how many authors, there are many authors in this, so perfect for January, February reading time. Short stories, I think, dark and sort of horrible. The tradition of the haunted tale at Christmas has flourished across centuries. These 12 stories by some of today's most loved and lauded authors of Gothic fiction are all centred around the festive season. Oh, I thought it was just winter spirit. Like, I thought it was winter, not festive. Okay, might have to park this for next November, December. So that's not going to be in the mix. Oopsies. So, one less book to give myself pressure for reading. Next, I want you to choose from these three which one I will read this month. Please let me know in the comments if I tell you a little bit about them. This one my friend gave me, pre-loved, which I love a pre-loved book. It's Baby Teeth by Zoje Stage. 7-year-old Hana is a sweet but silent angel in the eyes of her adoring father Alex. He is the only person who understands her, but her mother Suzette stands in her way, and she'll try any trick she can think of to get rid of her, ideally for good. Oh, evil child. Meet Suzette, who is her mother. Suzette loves her daughter, but after years of expulsions and strained homeschooling, her precarious health and sanity are weakened day by day. She's also becoming increasingly frightened by Hannah's little games, while her husband Alex remains blind to the failing family dynamics. Soon Suzette starts to fear their maybe supposedly innocent baby girl. She may have a truly sinister agenda. So, do I read Baby Teeth? Let me know. Or this one, which I got as an uncorrected proof easily a couple of years ago, and I still haven't read it. I don't even know when it came out. June 2022. That's terrible. Right, so it is still on my bookshelf. So this isn't the finished cover, but it's called The Midnighters by Hana Tooke. Came out in June 2022, so you can actually get it. I have no idea what it's about. Let's have a wee read. Look at that though. So this is a middle grade fantasy, I think. A stunning new story about a missing friend, a gothic city, a secret society full of wonder, invention, and maybe a hint of magic. Find the courage in the extraordinary. Emma Vaskova has always felt different. In a family of famous scientists, there is not much room for superstition or omens, but they seem to follow Emma wherever she goes. It doesn't help that she appears to predict events before they happen and has a peculiar fear of shadows. So that's The Midnighters by Hana Tooke. Or, what is a Japanese book without a cat on it? Not a Japanese book, I'm joking. This is She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai and Naruki Nagakawa. I hope I pronounced those right. And I appear to have bought myself this in, let's shame myself, what's the date? Also 2022. On the outskirts of Tokyo, in a neighbourhood crossed by a commuter railway, local cats weave their way through lives and homes as their owners navigate difficult times. A cat named Chobe sends silent messages of courage to a young woman willing her to end a faltering relationship. A gifted artist fatally misunderstands her boss's enthusiasm for her paintings. A manga fan shuts herself away after the death of her friend, while her cat Cookie hatches a plan to lure her outside. A woman who has dedicated her life to a distant husband learns a lesson in independence from her cat. Against the urban backdrop of humming trains and private woes, She and Her Cat explores the gentle magic of every day. Populated by both friendly and feral, it reveals with heart-stopping wisdom and warmth how even in our darkest moments, community and connection may lead us to a happier place. Also, I think I may have picked this up purely because of the cover. Can we just adore this? So, let me know in the comments which of these I should read. Sort of this month, probably maybe into next month, but definitely ASAP. Please? In the comments, let me know, and whichever gets the most, I shall pick up first. And then, oh, it's a lot of chatter, a lot of reading of the blurbs. Sorry about that. Because, like, I would have read them at the time and known what they were about at the time, but now I'm kind of like, I have no idea what that's about. And now, it's time for the first time, because I think I said in my last weekend reading vlog I was going to pick from it, and I didn't because I forgot. Shall we see? It's live. This is kind of embarrassing how many books that I have unread on my shelf. Right, so I'll pick this one. I have no idea what this is going to be. So the book is, oh, The Road Through the Wall by Shirley Jackson. Let me go and see where that must be. Now I think my Shirley Jackson ones are... Oh, we'll say shh. There's nobody there. I'm not going to give you the pain of watching me try and find this. I'll find it and come back. Found it. It was way over there. And it's a teeny one, so I didn't really notice. Well, teeny, it's a small spine. So this is clearly a modern classic. I have no idea where I got this. Oh, it looks like a... Oh, I must have bought it. An ex-library. This is Exhibit A. It's an ex-library one. So I have no idea what this is, other than I like Shirley Jackson. Through the Wall, let's see. In Pepper Street, an attractive suburban neighbourhood filled with bullies and egotistical bigots, the feelings of the inhabitants are shallow and selfish. What can a neighbour do to triumph over another neighbour? What What may be won from a friend? One child stands alone in her goddess goodness. Little Caroline, Desmond, kind, sweet and gentle, and the pride of her family, but the malice and self-absorption of the people of Pepper Street lead to a terrible event that will destroy the community of which they are proud. Exposing the murderous cruelty of children and the blindness and selfishness of adults, Shirley Jackson reveals the ugly truth behind the perfect world. Oh, this sounds good. Has anyone read this? If so, let me know. So this is obviously going into my pile of definite reads, of which these ones, and then this one, which is Beautiful Something, Girl. Edit me will know. Edit me will know. And then one of these. So if you can let me know if you can see the titles, is because this is a golden spine. I'm kind of looking at it to try and see if I can get it in the light. So let me know. Should I read Baby Teeth, The Midnighters, or She and Her Cat? Let me know, friends. And also, I think this is the first time I've kind of done a TBR hopefuls for the month, where I get you to pick one from a TBR, and then I have some that I want to read already. So let me know what you thought of that format. Let me know what you thought of that format, and if it's something you would like me to do in February, ideally at the very start of February and not halfway through the month like I'm doing right now. But somehow we are almost in the middle of January and I don't know how that happened. So bear with my friends. Also, let me know if you have any January reading plans at all. What are you currently reading? Let me know in the comments and we'll have a good chat about them. And as always, thank you for watching. And if you do enjoy this video, please like. And if you'd like to see more, please also subscribe. That would be awesome. And if you watch this far and don't know what to say, but want to let me know you're watching, please put a dog emoji, just because I've only seen a snapshot. Can you see Lucy sleeping there? How cute is that? And wee patty cakes is right behind me. Let's see. Let me show you her. Look at this. Can you see her? Can you see her? There's her wee head. There's her belly. Because clearly I didn't give you enough dog content today. Anyway, as always, thank you for liking, subscribing, for commenting, and I will catch you up in the comments until I see you in another bookish video very, very soon. Bye!